And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, October 14th, 2017. It is Season 11, Episode 39. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Matt.
And welcome to the show, everybody.
Take two.
I know, right? I swear, I get here at like 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon I get here to get prepared, right?
Yeah.
To get prepared. And then this happens.
It's part of our charm.
When you're just not prepared for it. Making sure all my devices are... You'd think I hadn't been here for 3 hours already.
Yeah. Well, you did say you had work downstairs before you get one when you got here.
I know, but I took care of that, and I was up here doing practically nothing. Anyway, before we get started with the show, we have to do this. There we go. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links. To get in touch with us, you can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can find us on Facebook at InGameChat. You can find Matt on Twitter at...
IGC Matt. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, I don't know, grumpy old man. No.
Is there numbers involved, or is it just
No,
IGC
it's just
Matt?
at IGC Matt.
Yeah. Are you on Twitter, RJ? You're on Twitter, RJ?
Barely.
Okay, he's barely on Twitter.
Forewarned, if people follow me on Twitter,
I think it's
oh.
RJIGC. I think yeah, that should
Yeah,
be
you
it.
are. I believe you are. I think I follow you.
Yeah. I think it's been about a year since I've been on Twitter.
You'll reach all of us just by going to at In-Game Chat.
Yeah.
You can also find us on Facebook there as well. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. Mm-hmm. We are streaming right now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv, and then you can type in In-Game Chat in the search bar on the Twitch page, and you'll be able to find us there and join in the chat room live while we broadcast, and then watch the show live while we broadcast as well. A certain thing about the email, we have been getting some emails, and I need to find it. Melissa, and I don't recognize the last name.
What's the last name?
Somer, S-O-M-E-R? I don't recognize the last name. Anyway, Melissa sent us a couple of emails about
Really?
doing, has it just been to me, or has it been to the city? No, it's just been to me.
I was going to say, because I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah. She keeps asking if we're going to do a review for Final Fantasy 15, A New Empire, which looks like it's an app. It's a phone app or something.
Oh, geez.
And she sent an email a long time ago about it.
Got a new follower.
And I kind of thought it might have been spam or something. Like, here, go download this new app for blah, whatever it was. And then she did a follow-up email saying, well, you guys going to do it? So let me answer your email. No, we're not. I mean, if one of these guys are interested in doing that, go right ahead, but...
I think that's more RJ's thing.
I'm not a Final
Fantasy?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Final Fantasy. Come
you
on,
love it.
I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, and I'm really not a phone app guy either, with the exception of like my puzzle games. STM Fuller says it's a free-to-play phone app. It's garbage. There's your review.
All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Melissa, and I appreciate the emails, and I'm sorry that I didn't pay more attention to them when you had sent them before, but yeah, we don't normally do the phone app stuff.
Except, I think you did that Mario run.
I didn't really do a review on it. Look, it took it a year before I would buy the thing, because they finally took it down from $10 to $5, and even that I was like, ew, that's a lot of money. But I don't think it's getting any lower.
I've been
So I
doing
went with $5.
Fallout Shelter.
Totally free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Have you spent money on it though?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just time. I'm almost to the point where I think I'm done with it because I have like the max number of dwellers. Now it's just a matter of just leveling everyone up to 50 and.
I was playing a game this way. Okay, so for the past 3 years, maybe 2 years, I'm not sure. I've been playing that Clicker Heroes game, and it's been on a web browser, and it's one of those infinite clicker things. You just keep clicking, and then once you've got enough click, or each click gives you a thing of gold, and then once you got enough gold, you can buy an auto clicker, and then once you have enough gold, you can buy a more powerful clicker, and then it just gets, just multiplies. You remember the cookie game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All too well.
I'm going in that direction with it. And so for the past, 2-3 years, I've just been doing that. And then, of course, I found out you can edit your save file to do whatever you want to it. And so I'd been editing the save file to give me all sorts of things. so I can just sit there and watch it, go as high as it can possibly go.
And what's the end point to this?
There is no end point to it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So earlier this week, I started playing a game about paper clips.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this,
No.
but it's another one of those like cookie clicker things. It's like you go to a web page and here click to make a paper clip, and you click it. You make a paper clip. Congrats, you got a paper clip.
Can you name it Clippy?
Well, no, but then you could sell that paper clip and make money. And so you click again to make another one and another one and another one, and soon you get enough money to where you can buy an auto paperclip maker. So you do that, and it makes them. And then you have to buy the wire to supply to make the paperclip. And
we need to come up with something stupid like that.
well, it's totally free. There's no money involved. But you just keep going, and it gets into these astronomical figures, and all these weird things start happening. And so I went through, for about 2 days, I went through this whole thing and got it to the point where I had basically turned everything in the world to material being able to make paper clips out of.
Okay.
Once you did that, everything reset, and it's like, okay, are you ready to buy a paperclip factory? And then it like started the process over again, but on a larger scale, like 10 times now, because you're making factories to build more paper clips and to sell those. And I was like, no, I'm not going down this rabbit hole. And I clicked the X button on my browser to close that window. I was like, I'm not doing it. And when I did that, I went over to my clicker game that I've been doing for like 3 years, and I was like, you know what? Same thing here.
Uninstall.
And no, it was a browser web page.
Okay.
But I kept the thing up there forever. I was like, click, not doing this anymore either. So I mean, I saved my file in case I ever go back to it, but I was like, nope, let's get off that treadmill.
Yeah.
I felt clean again.
Liberated.
Yeah. I felt really clean again. like.
You got me thinking of Katamari Damacy. Now, how big can you make this? How big can you make this thing go? Just keep building and building and building.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always that clip. You just keep clicking and clicking until you get to.
I mean, look, if you go to,
number.
let me see if I can find it so I can show you guys. I'll throw it in the chat room and you can see what I'm doing. Paper clip, there it is. Paperclip clicker. I mean, it knows exactly. It knows exactly what I'm doing.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a lot of news stories about it this past week.
You said about 2-3 years you were doing this?
Oh no, that was Clicker Heroes.
Oh, Clicker Heroes, okay.
Yeah, that's actually on Steam, which was interesting to see. It's free on Steam, but I was like, how does it work on Steam? So I'm going to post this link. There's the link in the chat room for you guys, called Universal Paperclips, and you can go to it and start doing your thing. And it's,
You can do universally paperclip.
Careful with that mic. We changed the
I noticed.
thing. Yeah. So when you grab it like that,
I was going up here.
no. It's totally picked up. Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Because it doesn't have a shock mount like RJ's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have a shock. Well, you don't have your headphones on, so you can't hear any of this.
They broke.
Really?
Well, yeah, I need to get them to.
What is that?
The hinge broke. The hinge broke on them about 2-3 weeks ago.
A lot like mine did the other day when this ear kept.
Well,
going
the
out.
whole earpiece came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just dangling by a wire. And
Well,
just
there are headphones over on that thing. They have the problem where this doesn't. This wants to kind of lean out so this way because it wants to fall, but
I'm okay.
Yeah. We're gonna miss all the great music. It's not really. It's all Halloween music, by the way. So
Why is that?
because it's October.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what we do in October.
Yeah.
That's right, Christmas music. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, speaking of October, if I can,
Yes.
I'm gonna plug something that has nothing to do with games or is not even related to the radio station whatsoever.
Plug away.
If you got Amazon Prime Video, man, I don't know if anybody's ever or listened to the Lore podcast, but it's a fantastic podcast. They've been around for a couple of years now, and now they have a series on Amazon. So, if you're a member of Amazon Prime Video, the 6-episode series just released this past
What do
last
they
night.
talk about?
Last night, huh?
What do they talk about?
It all talks about folklore. So you'll get stuff. What was one of the ones? One of the ones last night was about changelings. The old it's an old thing about the fairies would come out and they would replace a person and then they would take a person back to their
Fairyland?
home or whatever. While meanwhile there was a person in their place, kind of like body snatchers type
snatchers, yeah.
stuff. They talked about the It's called Lore, and while it does go into something like that, where it's talking about fairies and vampires and things like that, it also talked about, and I'm forgetting his name, but he used to do frontal lobotomies.
The guy that developed it?
Well, no, there was a guy who did frontal lobotomies, and then this guy did a variation of it where he went in through the eye socket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it talks about that.
One of the big podcasts I listened to, The Dollop, they actually had an episode about lobotomies. And they talked about that, where this guy developed this, real quick, just pop,
Right. It was like $25 per person.
Yeah, and he could he's trying to time himself to see it, break my record, speed run.
Yeah,
lobotomy.
exactly. No, he was so. He was. Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, crazy.
Just go watch the show. Either watch the show Lore on Amazon. If you don't have Amazon, it's a podcast, 70 some odd episodes called Lore, and you can just go and listen to it there. It's fantastic stuff. Loved it. Kirk is asking. It is Lore. There you go. So anyway, welcome to the show. I have not played a single thing with the exception of, the paper. I don't even call the paperclip thing a paperclip game. That's not a game, folks. I played Destiny 2. That is what I played. And if I can see if Lethal Migraine is in the chat room, he is not.
Oh, you can talk about it.
Let's get in our Destiny 2 chat very fast. So I played Destiny 2. The Iron Banner started this week. It is not much fun for me, but I'm still going to try and go through it.
Iron Banana.
Yeah, that's what they call them. It's Iron Banner, but people call it Banana. It's
Close
much
enough.
different than what Destiny 1's Iron Banner used to be. I saw that you were playing it a little bit, RJ.
Yeah, straight. I was trying to get parts.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm at the point now in Destiny 2 because I'm in the same boat as you. I just played Destiny 2, trying to build up my characters to get equipment and build up my light level for the Nightfalls and Raids, which I haven't even attempted yet, by the way. But it's not much. There's not much left that I can do, really. It's just Iron Banner, Crucible, and that's pretty much it in terms of building my stuff up. And the fact that I have 3 characters, I think you're in the same boat too. You got 3 characters, so you got to do it 3 times for each one. One for each, so you do it 3 times over and over again.
I haven't even started my alts yet.
Yeah,
I'm just sticking with my Warlock right now.
Yeah, the system basically is run through all the challenges for Iron Banner for each character. And then tomorrow do it for the alt, and the third day do it for the other alt. So at this point, I've got 5 packages I've opened up in all the time that I've played. But and then I tried to do Trials of the Nine, which opened up Friday.
How did you try and do that? Did you find?
I wanted to try, but then it said the message of there's not enough people.
You gotta have 4 people to play.
Yeah, but the description says fire teams 1 to 4 players.
Oh well.
So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, no, you got to have 4 people to play that, and there's no matchmaking.
Or maybe that's the default thing. Fire team 1 to 4 players.
Probably
because it says 1 to 4. So
well, you gotta have 4, and I would like to do that too.
Yeah.
So, and I know Josh, who's in the chat room right now, would like to do that as well. So maybe that's something we could look into. At least 3 of us, and then we just grab somebody else that wants to jump in there with us.
I think we got no. I want to say we had. Do we have our clan benefits, or is that level 5 or 6?
We're at the benefits right now, where we would get benefits from the trials.
Benefits from being okay. Yeah. So it would behoove us to go in there and do that then.
We have benefits now. We're at level 5, and so we get benefits from
almost
trials.
6.
Huh?
We're almost at 6.
Are we almost? I haven't checked lately.
I think we're about 70% of the way.
Did we hit the level cap for the week as far as the
the weekly contribution thing, 5,000.
That's weekly per character, but there is a weekly there is a clan hard cap per week.
Okay.
The reason we never ran into it was because the levels to get to level 2 and 3 and that sort of thing were the cap, and so we'd hit the level and no problem. Yeah, we're at 100,000 XP for this week, and that is the limit.
Okay.
You can only go to 100,000 per week with the clan. 5,000 per clan member can go up there. So yeah. Don't know if you noticed, but we knocked out the Nightfall, so you got a Nightfall clan Ingram to pick up.
Okay. From who? Which character?
Hawthorne is where you get them from.
Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I picked up some stuff from Hawthorne earlier, but that was from it was a Clan XP thing. But that was it was a few days ago. Though. Just recently. This recent.
I think we did it.
drop?
I think we did it Wednesday night. We may have done it Tuesday night.
Okay, yeah, I probably picked that up then because I've already seen Hawthorne twice this week. Okay.
Are you still on the fence on PC, or you decided not to?
I am not right now jumping on PC on this. No. I want to see what you guys do with it, and if it goes well, then maybe I will. But
I'm not sure I'm going to get it right now.
why Battlefront?
Well, that, and also, I mean, multiple factors of, number one, money is just,
Right.
it's coming tight.
Whoa.
All right.
Almost lost the chair.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, it would.
That's why we have video. Talking with Kevin and stuff like that, we're not sure, how much, other people are going to be able to commit to it.
Right.
Everything.
See?
And
Yeah.
so, if, there's no one to play it with and we don't have 4 people, then,
Yeah, what's the point?
both of us are just like, I don't know if we want to.
I noticed something, I think, today that Destiny 2 was on sale through Newegg, I think, with a code to get it knocked down to, I don't know, $35, I think. And I think that's almost with some of the DLC, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's base game. But
Is that PlayStation or?
it was PS4 and Xbox, yes, not PC.
Okay.
But the their comparison was they looked at Destiny 1 this time when Destiny 1 released,
Yeah.
back when they released, and said that the drop in price for Destiny 2 was lower than what Destiny 1 was at this time when it released.
Huh.
So the price came down quicker for Destiny 2. And I don't know that that's because of sales. I don't know if that's because, times are a lot different than it was 3 years ago.
True.
And where you drop prices at. I do not know. So we'll see.
Yeah. One thing I see for the Newegg was 36.
I don't know. It was on Warriors. It was on Wario64's account on Twitter.
I think it says I think it's an article here where it was like Newegg's video game sale until the 19th of October with a code. Yeah, Destiny 2 is $36.
Yeah.
Fallout Game of the Year is $36, and Prey is $18
That's a
from
really,
Newegg.
really good game.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed that one.
sounded that way the way y'all described it. Yeah, y'all had a good time with that one.
I'm still I think I'm going to get Battlefront 2 on PlayStation just so if there is that VR capable level or levels, whatever,
Yeah.
then, I always have that option as opposed to getting it on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I was planning on picking up a couple of titles, but priorities, bills, and everything. But
Yeah.
Cuphead was definitely one of the things I wanted to pick up on Steam.
I saw some streams of people playing it and it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, also induced a lot of rage from folks as well. That was a
Yeah.
good thing about it as well. It's funny to me how people are get so upset with the game, right?
Mhm.
It's like at our age we had games that we played games that were so difficult and hard you just keep plugging away, but a little adversity sends some folks over the edge nowadays, I guess.
Well, I don't think I'm going Destiny 2 on PC for right now. I'll see what you guys do with it, or if you guys do anything with it, and see where you land on it. Maybe it's a good time to jump into it when you get a Black Friday discount and jump into it on console if you want to. I can tell you this. It's not like Destiny 1, so if you want to catch up with us, it would be fairly easy to do.
All right.
That's true.
It seriously would be. I look at this now, and the reason I don't want to run through my alts is because the reason I ran through alts before was because it provided more loot, it provided more gear, and with the way you could infuse things, I could use stuff on other characters to infuse those things and bring them up if I didn't need it for that character. Weapons would be the only way I could do that right now. And I've got a load of weapons, and I need to go through and see what are the better weapons to have so I can clean out and again, without perks on the weapons to chase, I'm still not on that treadmill, you know what I'm saying? To get the gun that's got the next best thing on it. All guns have the same.
For me, it's all about that number, that light level, that the damage
Exactly.
that it does. That's all it's about.
And
for
I
me
mean,
right now.
and that's the reason I ran alts was because they would get me. I could run it once on one character, the raid, and then it was locked for the week for me. I couldn't run it again and get new stuff unless I used one of my alts.
Right.
And even if the stuff was good for my alt, maybe I got duplicates that I could send over to my other characters to infuse and get them up. I can't do that now because gear, as far as the armor side of things, is locked to your character. It is locked to that class. Put it that way. It's not locked to your character. It's locked to the class.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times when I've seen pieces of armor that I want to pick up, but I can't use because, well, it's exotic. You can't equip more than two exotics, more than one exotic for each side. You can't have one armor, can't have one exotic weapon equipped. So I wanted to get, there was this armor I had for my warlock, but I couldn't use it because of the sun braces I picked up. Well, near the first part of the game when it first came out.
Yeah.
So I'm like grinding over and over again, trying to find armor gauntlets to get rid of that and put the other the better armor on. So
I always save. I always save a purple. I always save a piece of legendary gear. On each slot of my armor side. So in case I do get something that's exotic, I can take off my previous exotic that I'm wearing, put on the purple, and then do that. Usually the purples are pretty much very close in level to what the exotics are. Some are not, some are. So yeah, I think I got a headpiece now that's like 304.
Okay.
And the purple that's just below it, I think, is at 302 maybe, or 30, maybe 304 as well. But
is that with or without the 5-point
that's with.
increase?
That is with, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize how that 5-point doesn't matter when you have the infusion. You can if it says like 300, but you have a 5-point perk on there, it's actually 295. So if you got something that has over that, you can boost it up and get that.
Yeah.
The only thing that gets me really for grinding is the weaponry. I would love to have a primary kinetic exotic, but seems to be all the exotics I'm finding have this energy option on it. So I don't think the only ones I got are Sweet Business and the Vigilance Wing.
Okay.
I think those are only two kinetic.
Because they're exotics.
Exotics that I got.
Yeah, exotics have mods in them.
Yeah. Oh, and the Meta Multi-Tool. I would use it, but I'm not liking the look of it, and it doesn't have the perk that the Nameless Midnight has, the explosive impact rounds. So, yeah.
Which I do have I have a Nameless Midnight. Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's what I want. Obviously, 3 years in for Destiny 1, there was a nice, good chart that said, here's your, here's the best gun to have, here's the best pulse rifle to have for PvP, here's the best scout rifle to have for PvP, here's the, it was all the different, here's the best of these classes of weapons to have for either PvE or PvP. They had 3 years worth of research they could do. Plus, they had to incorporate, here's the best of the perks that come with these. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of different perks to go through to sort those out. They don't have to do that anymore. So I'm basically looking for a chart now that kind of tells me that. Here's the best ones to have as far as your legendary. Because it's one thing to build up your character to like the light level you need, but it's another thing to build them up to that same level, but carrying the weapons that you want to carry in day-to-day activities. Right now I'm running with it's a horrible scout rifle at the moment.
Which one?
I can't remember the name of it. I think it came off of Iron Banner, but I prefer my multi-tool or Nameless Midnight or something like that. Nameless, I think, is a pulse.
Nameless Midnight is the scout rifle.
Is a scout, yeah. So I mean, I've got
Disrespectful Stare is a pulse rifle.
I have that one as well.
Call to Serve is a scout.
I do like the names.
Skyburner's Oath. I got Skyburner's Oath, and I'd love to use it, but it's fire energy instead of kinetic.
You can change that.
Yeah, I don't have the part.
Yeah.
I don't have the mod
with your
for it
mod,
yet.
You can change
Yeah,
that.
I don't have the mod for it yet.
It was really neat because we were doing the Nightfall this week, and the Nightfall has arc shields and arc shields and void shields, but no solar. And I was running except my main heavy weapon. The only thing I had in void was like a sword, and I knew that wasn't going to help with boss fights or any other fights really.
No, unless you want to run up and get close.
Right, exactly. And you never want to do that. You never want to do that unless you fire off your super. That's the only time you want to really get close is with a super. But on wait a second. Trunk Degenerate says you cannot change energy types on exotics.
Wah.
Yeah. And he does say the Iron Banner Scout Rifle is hot garbage. That's where I got it from, the Iron Banner Scout Rifle.
I'm trying to remember the name of it because I think
I can't remember what it's called, but it was bad. but it was $2.99, and I'm like, ooh,
Oh,
this is good.
Infusion
I know,
fuel.
but
That's
I
it.
wanted to throw a mod on it,
But you can't.
but I can't. Or at least I don't have a mod to throw on there so that I could bump it up a couple of levels.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what was I going to say? I was running with a rocket launcher that had solar, and we were doing horrible. So I went in there, and I realized after we lost the round, after we lost one attempt at Nightfall, I was like, oh, wait, I can change the energy on this. And so I put a Void or a Arc on there, I can't remember, and still kept it at the same level, just changed its energy type, which was fantastic, and I was glad I could do that. And then we knocked it out. Nightfall's really easy to knock out this week.
Yeah. In my case, in terms of energy, it's not about, for me anyway, it's not about the damage. It's just about having the right polarity, right energy signature at the right time. That's why I was carrying 3 Meta mini tools on each one for each energy type.
That's not bad, yeah.
And then I found the hard light exotic, which is the reason I'm not able to use any other exotic, because the benefit of having one weapon that can switch at any time to whatever energy I want.
The hard light is good.
Yeah, so
They
I've
brought
been doing
that. They brought that with them on the Nightfall raid or the Nightfall mission that other night. So we went in there and then we lost, and then we came back out and we're like, we should switch up these weapons. They switched up theirs. I don't have hard light. And then we went back in there. Dude was taking out guys left and right, and I was like, whoa, what'd you switch to? He's like, I got hard light now, because it could change to the thing you needed. It's fantastic. We ripped through that Nightfall real easily, and it was great. So if you're playing Destiny 2, find some people to get up with and do the Nightfall. It is an easy one this week. You might not get it under the 5 minutes time. You might not do the prestige mode on it, but it is a easier run this week. So give it a shot. I don't want to talk too much about Destiny 2 because we always do, but it's just, Iron Banner's out there. I'm glad you finished up your Crucible thing so that you could start earning stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Well, it helped, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It was a struggle to get through because I'm not really a first-person competitive player, but I got used to it over time. This is the most. In fact, I don't think I did it at all for Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Not much. So then, in order to get new gear, it forced me.
You didn't really have to do it last time. You didn't have to do Crucible to do anything other than Iron Banner if you wanted to.
Even then,
you didn't have to. But it was another route to gain levels and increase your power.
Yeah.
Here, you still don't have to. But as scarce as it is to gain levels and power upgrades,
I'm about to say, if you want to gain levels, you
got to do all of it.
You
really got to do all of it, which is why I'm trying to get into a Trials of the Nine thing. And I think, God willing, my internet works tomorrow. My internet for the past 2 Sundays has been crap, and I haven't been able to do anything. I've been I tried to stream pinball that one weekend and do a raid, but I couldn't because the internet was horrible. The next week, last Sunday, I came into work early because we had the hurricane situation going on.
That's right.
And when I got home, I was all ready to do some more of that stuff. But I was going to watch some, Netflix, whatever, some streaming first while I had some breakfast. Yeah. And the internet was down, wasn't working. So that got on my nerves, and it didn't get fixed until later. So I'm hoping my internet works tomorrow because I really want to try and do the raid tomorrow, go through it and learn it and get that off my chest.
Yeah, send me a message. I'll give it a shot for the first time.
I might do the guided games thing, or I might go through the Reddit Fire Teams thing. I'm not sure exactly, but if you go through guided games, you can have 2 people for a raid. If you go through Nightfall, you can only do 1.
More.
So we'll see about that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more of in-game chat here in just a moment. Music again. We're always every October we pick music from somewhat scary games, or at least something that has a horror theme to it of whatever it may be. This week we're starting off with a game called Kholat, Kholat.
Never heard of it.
Kholat. It's like a survival game out in the snow and the wilderness and stuff. It's kind of got some horror aspects to it, I think.
All right.
Kholat. This is called Ghost Run. We'll be back with more of in-game chats right after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music from Siren Blood Curse.
I've got that game. I never played it yet.
Yeah, all of the music from every episode in October will come from a horror-themed, scary game-type stuff. And I try to do different stuff. Like, I've used Silent Hill for God knows how long, so I'm trying to keep Silent Hill out of the rotation. I've used Resident Evil for so long, and I'm trying to keep Resident Evil out of the rotation. Get new things. We've got a track from Evil Within 2 coming up a little bit later on. So,
All right.
Yeah.
which that game came out yesterday.
Yeah,
Was it?
13th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Friday
Friday
the
the
13th.
13th.
Yeah.
Shadow of War came out this week. Anybody buy it? Nope. None of us. We're just not. Nope.
Shadow Man might be some music from that. I don't know.
That's true.
Mhm.
Trying to think of like some older school.
But yeah, it was not something I was interested in. I mean, I am interested in it.
I think
but
we've all. I mean, those of us who are going to get Shadow of Mordor decide that we're going to do like what we did with Shadow of Shadow
Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah. Okay.
Shadow of War, then Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. You know what I mean. We're going to do the same thing that we did
Is it even
before. Just wait.
Think it's even worth a rental?
Possibly. Worth a
Shadow
rental?
of War?
Yeah.
Is
Possibly.
Shadow of War worth a rental? I don't think so.
Okay.
I
would-
say
you know what?
this.
I would say just wait. If it's $5, that's about a little
Yeah,
bit
I
more
say
than a
this only
rental.
because I think it's kind of a grindy type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even though you play through the story, there's still a lot of stuff that's going to grind your time to do more in it. And so that's why I'm thinking rental's probably not a good idea with it. But, yeah, I kind of passed on that. And then you've got South Park coming out this week.
Yay.
That comes out on Tuesday. Destiny comes out the week following, I believe.
Something like that.
Let me look at my... yeah, okay. So this Tuesday at South Park. Next Tuesday, it is Destiny and Wolf 2.
Yeah. 27th, right?
Yeah.
Which I do have.
Well, 24th is a Tuesday, is it?
Why do I think 27th? Man?
Well, because 27th is Mario Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Stranger Things Season 2.
No.
I am looking forward to that.
So there's a lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of things that are coming out. So anyway, RJ, I talked about what I played, which was Destiny. You played some Destiny. Did you play anything else? Did you
No,
jump in?
no.
Okay, nothing but
I spent
Destiny.
all the time I've spent grinding my alts for that game, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Matt, what about you?
Ghost Recon.
And we're done. Thanks for
All
watching,
right,
everybody.
yeah,
It was
good show.
great. Had a great show. It was fantastic. Look, Spigot's in the chat room. That's always great when Spigot's in the chat room. I like when he's there, or at least maybe he'll call in, tell us about something that he's played. Maybe we can get an idea of what this guy has played. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
What have you played lately?
Well, I got hooked on Stardew Valley
On the Switch?
on the Switch.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking about picking up that. I heard there was a bug in it. Like, there might be a save game bug in the thing.
The only thing I found out that there's a bug is with the sound. Every now and then, it starts picking up static or just noise background, and it's definitely the game, and it's not the system. And I've had to restart the game and close out completely and to get it to stop. But that's the only thing I've seen so far.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'll look at my bank account and I'm like, you know what? I got enough money to get Stardew Valley, and then I think about it and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get Stardew Valley on the Switch. Huh?
You need to.
Why?
Because it's portable Stardew Valley.
Well, what does that benefit you with?
I could
Just
use your
take it
Switch
anywhere,
and play
right?
portable Stardew Valley.
No, I'm saying how does it? I'm wondering how it benefits Matt, who doesn't have a Switch.
When I get your Switch.
You're not getting my Switch. You ain't getting my Switch. You're trying to get my SNES Classic.
I think I'm good. I modified my.
You have a Raspberry Pi, don't you?
I do have a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Actually, let me reframe about what I played. We'll go back to that after because I forgot. I've been playing a little bit of stuff.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, Chris. Well, you've been doing the Stardew Valley thing, so that's good. I've considered it. I'm mulling it over, man.
It's a great game.
Yeah, I also got hooked on that new, what was it, the other one you mentioned that came out, Steam World Dig 2. I've got that as well, and I'm hooked on both of those.
Which ones were they again? I'm sorry, I was answering the phone.
SteamWorld Dig 2 and
Oh, I've thought about that.
yeah, that one's fun.
SteamWorld Dig 2 I've thought about more than any of the others. Like, there's been Golf Story, and there's been Stardew Valley, maybe a little Axiom Verge, even though I have it on PC. I really liked Axiom Verge. But out of all of those, SteamWorld Dig 2 is really, really, like, throwing up the flags of, like, ooh, this looks like something you really like. So
Nice and addicting, huh?
yeah, it looks like something I might enjoy more than because I played Stardew on PC. I played Axiom Verge. I haven't played Golf Story, but between it and SteamWorld Dig 2, I look at that and I'm like, I think I would like SteamWorld Dig 2. But all right, Chris, we got some other calls coming in. I appreciate you calling us every single weekend like you do, and I hope you have a great weekend, man.
All right, same to y'all. See
Take
ya.
care.
Take care.
Who do we have on that line that you answered?
That's Joshua talking about Warframe.
Hey, Josh.
Hey. So, Warframe.
Yes.
I know you guys have been playing Destiny 2 a lot. Love it.
I
But
know.
Warframe just came out with Flames of Eidolon.
I've heard good things about Warframe. I've heard tons of good things about Warframe. I've heard people telling me
Yeah.
I should be playing Warframe instead of Destiny 2.
I would play Warframe myself, and I am so far behind that game. It is going to take forever for me to catch up, man. It really is.
Yeah, they've done a lot to kind of cut down on some of the grinding, but it still pretty much need one of the XP boosters, which are pretty cheap these days.
Yeah, I talked to the development team behind Warframe. They were at PAX, and they were showing.
PAX?
They were at PAX West.
Okay.
This recent PAX in Seattle, and they were showing off a new game of theirs, and it's called the Amazing Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've
Yeah.
heard about that, but yeah. So
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll kind of be standard DE fashion, where it starts off a little rough and then gets better as time goes on.
yeah,
But yeah, kind of a quick breakdown of Flames Eidolon. It's pretty much, if you understand how the tower works in Destiny, of course, it starts off like that, and then it branches out into its own open world that holds like 50 players.
I've heard I've heard really good things, and I know a lot of people who actually do play Warframe. They talk about, or at least I see them online, and they're playing Warframe. Though you're playing it on PS4, or are you playing it on PC?
No, I'm playing on PC.
Okay.
Flames of Eidolon doesn't come out for a little while on PS4.
Is that a free content download?
Yeah, totally free, 100%.
That-
I would say 110%.
Yeah.
Actually,
Have you spent any money in Warframe?
I haven't spent a dime. My wife, on the other hand, has spent about $20, but it was for a frame that she didn't want to bother grinding for because she just loved how it looked.
Yeah. No, I know it's most of the stuff you buy there is cosmetic things, so, that you don't have to. Which is amazing how they make money, and I guess cosmetics is enough to drive
Some people into it.
to drive the development of the game even further because they're making money off of that. But yeah, it amazes me how that works. Because when you give me a game for free, I do everything I can in my power to never pay any money to you.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it's
the
like,
nice thing is...
All right, thanks for the game.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were saying the nice thing about it was,
The great thing about it is you can get the premium currency without spending a dime. What you do is there are certain special items that you trade for the in-game currency, and the only way to get the in-game currency is either to earn it. The only way it enters the economy is to buy it. So you've got your earners and you've got your buyers, and they kind of play off of each other. And that's how you can get a lot of platinum, which is the premium currency, without having to actually spend a dime.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
You
And it's
know,
not a too bad transfer rate either.
I may open up that Pandora's box one day, and I may regret it. Not because it's a bad game, but because of whatever kind of time sink it might be into my life. But yeah, there are trust me, each week that I log into Destiny 2 and then log off either disappointed or just like, all right, well, I got to wait till next week. I look at other people playing Warframe, I'm like, might as well give that a shot. Let's see how that goes. I know one day I'm just going to click on it to play it. And that'll either be the end of something and the beginning of something new, or it'll just be, yep, not interested, something like that. Who knows? But yeah. Hey, where are you calling from, Josh?
I'm actually in my car. I'm on my way headed.
No, are you in town, or are you calling out of town?
Yeah, I'm here in Montgomery
Oh,
right now.
all right, cool.
I live within Wetumpka.
All right, cool. Because our next caller's over in Canada, so.
Oh, wow.
Just that's why I always ask where people are calling from in case they're not locally here. So, but man, I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate you listening.
All right, real quick, hit me up on Steam. I believe I'm in the in-game chat group, Vir Fortis. And if you ever jump into Warframe, let me know.
What's your name again on Steam?
Vir Fortis, Virfortis. And I don't mind other people hearing it either.
Virfor.
P-I-S. Yeah.
Okay. I think I got that right.
Happened. It was a thing that happened when I was younger. I've been playing games since I was like 12.
I'll check it. I'll check and see if I got you on my. I don't think I've got you on my list, but I'll add you in there. I'm throwing your name in the chat room just so I'll have it for record later. All right, man. Thanks.
Check us out on Steam also. Like all.
He's in our Steam group.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's in our Steam group.
Yeah.
So just next time you're in there, just shoot me a friend's request because you'll remember it better than I'll.
Same with any of us.
Yeah, just shoot us a friend request on Steam. And
Sure.
I'll try and remember to add you when I get back home tonight. So, all right, man, take care.
Take care. Y'all have a good day.
All right,
You too,
Bye.
man.
Hey, Brock.
Hey there.
It's Brock.
Yes, it is Brock.
And I can't hear him.
You can't. Oh, that's right.
The
you don't have
sexy sounds of his
Go
voice.
get the headphones and plug them in, and then just do the one ear thing if you want
I think
to.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, just go do that.
Questions.
Brock, is there any way that you can hang on through the next break? Because we've only got about 6 more minutes until we hit the top of the hour.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. Let me. Or you can call back if you want to. That's up to you. I'm gonna throw you on hold real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to you. If you feel like hanging up and want to call back, that's fine too. So hold on.
No adapter.
Oh no, there's another pair of headphones over there.
Oh,
Hold
not
up.
these headphones?
Yeah, there's another
Hold
pair of. Well, he's got an adapter. Maybe it works. I don't know. See if it works. This is something we should do in between the break. But
Like have the stream ready?
well, there's that too.
I'm telling you, man, pro level preparation.
You shut up, Matt.
All right. I will shut up.
Can you hear? Is everything cool? You got everything? Is it not coming through?
No, I don't hear anything.
Really?
Oh wait, yeah.
It's got to be that connector thing.
It's the connector.
We'll get you out a better thing.
There,
We'll get
now
you
I
a-
got it now.
Yeah,
I just got to wiggle the wire.
We'll get you some better headphones.
Gotta
coming up.
wiggle it just a little bit.
Didn't need that at all.
Oh,
We
you,
really didn't need any of that.
you don't like me serenading?
No, not at all. Just
know-
a couple of news items to go over here. There was a big blow up about loot boxes over the week. A couple of storefronts saying that they're going to blatantly point out when games come with loot boxes, just like Shadow of War comes with loot boxes now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people up in arms in that. The beta for Star Wars Battlefront 2 threw down a lot
They
of...
were talking about that.
Yeah, threw down a lot of people...
Shade?
No, it got a lot of people angry about it because of the loot box situation
Yeah.
on that.
Some people saying that, pay to play.
Well, yeah,
Or
there
pay,
was...
pay to win.
Pay to win.
The
Yeah.
example somebody gave was that they put in like 15 hours on their Republic Commando, and he's currently at level 3. But this other character that I've got is like level 15 after some really lucky drops with the loot boxes. And wow,
Ah,
okay, we have light.
suddenly.
Interesting. Weird. Okay. I don't remember that ever being that bright, but that's bright.
Me neither.
So anyway, yeah. So there's a whole loot box thing, and somebody said that the ESRB should point out as well the whole loot box thing, and the ESRB says that it doesn't see loot boxes as any kind of gambling thing. They don't look at it as gambling. But I don't know. I don't really sit on any kind of. When we were talking with Josh, and he said if a game offers us things for free, I try as best I can not to spend any more money
Yeah.
than what I spend.
Right.
And it goes the same way, with the exception of DLC. I will pay for DLC.
But that's different, especially
Yeah.
if you're getting like story content.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pay for DLC, but as far as paying extra in a game to get chances for more loot or something like that, I never go that route. I've never bought a lick of silver for Destiny or Destiny 2, and I never will, because I do not. Your emotes.
You already bought the game.
Yeah, your emotes will never do anything to sway me to want to actually spend real money to make my in-game character do something ridiculous.
Like Dance Like Thriller.
People are to each their own. It's your money,
Yeah.
and you can spend it the way you want to spend it. That's all the thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying for me, I try never to spend any
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
that I've already spent on a game. I never try to go in there.
I think the thing that's getting folks about loot boxes is, like you said, you can get all this stuff by playing the game, right?
Yeah.
But I think people starting to
Very
notice, like,
slowly.
Yeah, that's the thing. When Josh talked about Warframe, I thought about Warframe as one of those games where you can grind it and it's passable. You can deal with that. But lately, the newer games that have come out, you notice how the glacial pace at which it takes to grind for stuff.
Yeah.
And try to, like I said a while back, forced impatience to get you to pay for
If it's-
any DLC that you want there.
If it's a single player thing, I don't necessarily mind, because like a Ghost Recon,
Mhm.
or if it's like single or co-opable, I don't mind this kind of thing. Because like Ghost Recon, you can go in and pay money to unlock,
Yeah.
the weapons and the
Right.
skins and the outfits,
Right.
or you could find them in the game,
Mhm.
and it takes longer to find them in the game than it does if you just were to buy all the stuff.
But at no point did you
But-
feel it was impossible, did you?
No, I didn't feel it's
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Plus, I don't mind that because it's me. I'm the only one affected. I'm not playing against another person. I'm playing against the computer, or I'm playing with somebody.
Yeah.
So there's that level of effect is very minimal. Whereas if it's a PvP, then someone who could just quickly just like throw down, here's some money, let me just buy all this stuff, have really 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 good gear,
Yeah.
and really really good stuff to play with while I'm sitting there trying to grind. That affects me negatively because I'm not throwing down the money and they are paying to win.
Something else I thought about. Maybe I don't play enough grinding games. But when's the last time you saw like a double XP weekend or something like that? I know there's some in Destiny. Like
You see
Destiny
a-
has a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Destiny's really never had a double XP weekend.
Well, it says some like the one perk that I saw was like for this week, the first 3 levels are
you get
picked
that
up
every
like
yeah,
that.
you get that every week.
But yeah, but I'm still thinking something like that, like a double XP weekend. When's the last time you saw one of
Call
those?
of Duty does those a lot.
Okay.
Call of Duty would do double XP weekends. I remember City of Heroes would do double XP weekends.
Yeah.
How long ago was City of Heroes?
I mean, but that's a long time ago.
I'm
but
talking,
I mean,
I'm talking about something recently. So Call
I mean,
of Duty.
no,
of course,
it's still done. It's
Okay.
still done.
Yeah.
Call of Duty did it. What was the other one? Titanfall has done it before. Oh God, there's another multiplayer game that's like it's double XP weekend, and I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of Overwatch or Hearthstone or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Not Team Fortress 2. But there's been some incentives for people to play, but
I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, as someone out there in chat, but I'd love to see that in like Street Fighter 5 because the pace at which you earn fight money in that game. I mean,
Yeah.
there's little challenges and whatnot, but trying to play in versus mode where you only get like 50 units of fight money for every win, nothing for a loss. I mean, I remember times when you got like more for win and a little bit for a loss, but there's like you get nothing for a loss. So the glacial pace I was talking about. So I'd love to see a double XP in that game. If it's happened, I haven't seen it, but like I said, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat room.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can bring up real quick. First review for Super Mario Odyssey came out from Edge Magazine. Got a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
no
good.
surprise there. Oculus has dropped the price of their VR and controller bundle to $400.
Okay.
That is now the base price
Okay.
for an Oculus with the touch controllers, $400.
I mean, see, that's about price of a PSVR.
It is, and you get a lot. It's a lot.
A lot more games supported.
There's a lot more games supported, and it is a lot better looking VR than what you get off of PSVR.
Like resolution and everything?
Yeah, because you're playing through your computer,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of stuff available for you that isn't on PSVR. A lot of stuff available for you on Oculus. Save up, man. Save
I
up.
know.
We're going to go to a break here, and when we come back, we will talk with Brock, who is
Yay, Brock.
patiently waiting on the phone.
Yes.
We'll get him on the phone, talk to him about what he's been playing, or about whatever he wants to talk about. You can do that too, by the way. Give us a call at 334-272-9228. Yes, Matt.
I'm going to try and convince him to send us some Tim Hortons.
From Canada?
Yeah, why not?
What is he going to send from Tim Hortons?
Donuts.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought Tim Hortons was like a coffee thing.
Yeah, they do donuts. And
Sending us donuts from Canada.
why not?
It's not going to work.
It can't work. Don't
It's
hold me
not-
back.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Oh, they can be shipped.
They can. It's just
I
not
don't
gonna-
know if they'll be edible,
ain't
but
gonna
they
be
can be
tasted
shipped.
very good. Yeah, that's my whole thing. Anyway, we'll be back
Yes.
with more of in-game chat and Matt's random ramblings
As always.
in just a little bit. Here's music from Dead Island. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. I'm going to bring Brock in real quick. Any idea what music that was, Brock?
That you're just playing there?
Yes.
It's something spooky, but I couldn't figure out what it is.
It's from a game called Rule of Rose.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Actually,
that.
I think I did actually think about that for a second, but I figured that was pretty much of a deep cut. So I've got that game.
I wouldn't. That's kind of why I wanted to ask you.
I think I've only played it about 5 minutes, so.
Because that feels like something that would have turned the spigot.
Yep.
I missed that feature. I always tell you that when we talk to you.
Some year I will get around to writing.
Some year, exactly. Some year. We moved from someday, or, maybe next month, or maybe in a couple of months. Nah, some year I will return to write one. Cuphead would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a little too well known.
It might be a little bit more well known, yeah. SteamWorld Dig 2, have you played that?
I was just about to say, I just finished it yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That's what, Switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was looking like. So there was a couple of indie titles on Switch. There was Stardew Valley, Golf Story, SteamWorld Dig 2, and Axiom Verge that I was like, which one of these do I want? And I was watching videos. I played Axiom Verge.
Yeah,
and
on the
honestly,
PC.
if you don't have it on PC and you've only got a Switch, pick it up because Axiom Verge is awesome.
Yeah, I've got that on PC.
Yeah.
You bought it for me, actually.
So I probably did. Stardew Valley, I bought it for you as well, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I gift those things as much as I can because I love... When I find something great, it's like, here, play this. You're going to love it.
Like Stardew Valley on the Switch through the break there.
Stardew Valley I played on PC, and it really never sunk its hooks into me, but I'm still, for whatever reason, I'm still captivated by it and want to buy it on the Switch.
I put about 80 hours into it on PC, and I've ever since I bought my Switch, I've bing waiting for them to release it on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's the perfect game for having on the go. Like, it's great because play on TV, go up, take it up to bed, whatever, sit around the couch while you're waiting to have the break finish on the radio.
It seems like, a perfect platform for that game.
Yeah, it's just a nice little bite size. Each day takes about like 10 minutes or so to go through.
I thought it was about 20.
Yeah, 10, 20.
Yeah, around. But still, it's not long at all. It's,
Well, it was... So I'm going through these, and I'm like, well, I've already played Axiom Verge. I played Stardew Valley, and it didn't really hook me, but I kind of wanted it on the Switch. And then I looked at Golf Story, and it was giving me a very Stardew Valley vibe. And then I looked at SteamWorld Dig 2, and I was like, this seems exactly like something I'd enjoy.
I think SteamWorld Dig would be a little more up your alley.
Yeah.
You like the more actiony Metroidvania type.
Right, and that's what it's...
games.
That's the kind of...
Exactly what, you played the first one, right?
I never did. No, I didn't.
Oh, you never did? Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, because it's basically the first one, only bigger. So.
Well, what have you played lately that's in your little obscure closet of things?
I was about to say, basically everything you've listed just there, that's basically been what I've been playing over the last little while. Golf Story, Stardew Valley.
So a lot of Nintendo Switch.
My Switch has gotten a lot of use over the last month or so.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
The people have used their Switch more in the first 8 months than probably they have in the
Wii U, the
entire
entire life.
time they've owned a Wii U.
Yep. Yeah, because it's basically been that, and then I'm still tinkering away on Breath of the Wild. So, haven't finished that yet, but I'm still.
I've had Breath of the Wild since launch, and I still haven't started it.
Oh, really?
I've gotten
Wow.
the four beasts done.
Yep.
There's some stuff I still want to do. Like I haven't found all the photos, the
I haven't
memories.
seen those.
So and I want to do all the side quests before, I beat it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've been trying to take the Master Sword, but I keep dying whenever I try. So.
Oh yeah. Well, do you know how to, or what you need to do for it?
Well, don't you have to have a lot of health?
Yeah, you have to have a 13 hearts.
Oh, 13. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet.
So yeah, I've been playing on my Wii U, and I put it down for a little bit. So I want to get back into that because it was a fun game.
Yeah, the only thing what did I play? I played Mario and Rabbids on the way to PAX.
Oh, that's a great game.
That's
too.
a fantastic game, man. That is a great game. And then I played Sonic Mania on Switch as well.
Yep, that's also a good one on the Switch too. Perfect platform for it.
What else have you... Okay, so you've played the Switch games. Anything on PC that you've dipped your toe into?
Actually, this afternoon I just played through a game. It came out in the latest Humble monthly bundle called Scanner Somber. That's what it's called. It's neat. Like it's basically like you're wearing a set of VR goggles. You're in a cave, and you have a little scanner tool, and you sort of shoot out laser dots, and that kind of maps the environment that you're in. And so you basically can, you sort of spray around the cave, and then you sort of can see from where the dots have landed, and depending on how much you sort of paint things, the thicker it gets. And then there's more tools you can get as you go through, but you're basically trying to walk through this giant cave, and there's spooky stuff happening. You don't really fight anything. It's a bit of a walking simulator type thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty neat, and it's pretty... I mean, I think it'd be one of those things if you had VR. You've got a PC VR rig, don't you?
PC VR? Yeah.
Like an Oculus or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do have a VR mode on it.
Interesting.
And I think it's one of those things that'd be pretty trippy to try in VR.
I was going to ask you on... oh, man, where was it? Humble Bundle. What do you think about that whole thing? Hi, by the way, for those who don't know, the whole thing is that IGN, which I've never really considered much of a great place to go visit to get my gaming news. Mm-hmm. At a time, man, that was their thing. They were the thing to go get, like, not just gaming news, but like pop culture stuff. Yeah. They were like TMZ for teens, and it was a thing. But then there were so many people who just outdid them, just a whole lot better than that. Anyway, they bought Humble Bundle.
Yeah, I just read that this morning.
Yeah. When I think it was Nate who posted the link. I was inside a movie and I saw the thing come up saying that blah 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 has bought Humble Bundle, and then my next comment was, I wonder how much of it went to charity. How much IGN divided it up to go to charity?
All the way to charity.
Yeah, well, I always do. I every time I buy from Humble Bundle, it all goes to charity. I don't give it to the developers because the publishers decided to put them up there so they knew what they were getting into. I guess I should give $1 or $2 to the Humble folks. Maybe it would have kept them from selling off. But I would always, I would always go directly to charity. Everything that I bought from them was going straight to charity. So, but I don't know about this. What do you think?
I don't tend to buy a lot. Well, actually, I do buy a chunk of games. I get the monthly bundle from them, but they haven't replaced Steam as my sort of default online store yet. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's wait and see. If they continue business as usual, and if this maybe helps them to open up either stay in business or open up the gates to maybe other publishers and better deals or something like that, I'm all for that. But if it starts to get I don't know if you saw that bundle they had recently with Shadow of War in it.
Yeah, I saw that. There was nothing there that I wanted because other than paying pretty much outright the cost of Shadow of War.
Yeah, you get like a shirt or something.
No, you got Shadow of War for I don't know, what was the price? $47-$50? Or was it
more than that?
Or was it more than that? I think it was more than that. But you got like a ton of games. But most of the games that they were offering, I already had
through other bundles.
Well, just from buying it because they were old enough.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were, but looking through it, I was like, so I'm going to spend this much money on this game and still get maybe 1 or 2 games from it that I don't have, but also doesn't look like I'll ever play. Not that that's ever stopped me before from buying a game. Just looking like it's not something I'm going to play. So
yeah, it wasn't. That's the thing. Like if it just gets to be, we're going to put some essential pre-orders for games with a few extra games bundled in with them that you probably already have through the 18,000 other bundles they've put out. That's not a great thing. If they keep up, just putting either really good deals on games or throwing out neat little gems that you probably would have passed over otherwise, then I'm happy with that. I'm never going to complain. For more games that slip under the radar that get a bigger audience. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a wait and see thing. I don't have strong feelings against IGN, but they're definitely not a site that I frequent at all. Like they're just kind of there in the background, and I don't visit them unless something happens. Someone has to put a link somewhere to say, "Hey, check out this story or review."
You don't seek them out.
No. So, I will talk to me in about 2 or 3 months once they've run out a few more monthly bundles, and we'll see what the quality's like on those. And if it's gone up, great. If it's gone down, I'll complain.
Have you dipped your toe into Heat Signature yet?
Oh yeah. That's a lovely little game.
I thought you would.
Oh yeah, the day it came out, I saw that and I'm like, ooh, and I played that for a good probably week solid after. Still have lots to do in it, but that's a crazy little game.
I'm trying to find a game that I just installed. It was a game that I saw at the Microsoft event from last year, and I totally forgot the name. And when I was at PAX this year, I visited the same company, and they had cards there for free games, and that was one of the games.
Was that Drop Mix by any chance? No, I think I'd asked you to pick up a card for me at PAX for Drop Mix.
For what was it called?
Have you heard about Drop Mix by the Harmonix guys?
No.
It's a card game, like it's an actual physical game, but it uses cards, and you sort of plop them into this weird little gizmo, and it reads them, and then it starts playing music, and you make all sorts of mixes. They actually, at PAX, they had a card that had the original Transformers theme song.
Ah!
Oh, really?
I saw the setup for that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that because it had the Autobots insignia, like on a projector shined up to the back of their booth, and I thought it was another. I honestly thought it was another one of those Transformers CCG games that are free to play app things.
No, that's why I was like, Scott, go pick one of those things up for me. But
oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
You got
so that's coming out pretty soon.
You really gotta hit me up on those while I'm there.
Yeah, I think it was like the day before PAX started, and you probably were like dark on Twitter for a couple of days. So
it can be hard sometimes to get through there. Anyway, it's a game by now I'm forgetting it's the same people who made well, now I'm drawing a blank there.
So what's the game kind of like?
So it's kind of an 8-bit sort of thing, but it's a duel. It's like an old Western duel game, and it's 8 bits. And each of you has 10 characters to press on your controller, and the first person to finish the string fires first.
Oh, is that called Western Press by any chance?
Western Press, that's it. I knew it. Yeah. I knew talking to him, he would know exactly what it was.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here scrolling through my game list on Steam through my app on my phone, trying to be like, where's it at? Yeah, it would have taken me forever because it starts at the A's. It'd have been forever before I got to the W's to get Western Press.
And how many games do you have in your library?
Too many. Well, never enough, really.
700 something?
Never enough. It's never enough.
Oh, only 700? Okay.
Yeah, come talk to me when you hit 4 digits, buddy.
No,
Western Press was one, and I thought that's a really cool game. I mean, it's 2-player all the way, but it's really cool, really fun.
Yeah, I played a bit of that with the sort of the solo training mode.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it because it gets pretty hard. There's some crazy button presses you have to do near the later.
That seems like something that would be great on a Switch.
That would be. Yeah, each person gets the controllers. It has to.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. That's the name of that company is Super. It's like Super Crazy Games or Super something Games. I can't remember what it's called, but they did another game called. You play as Big Brother basically.
Is it the Orwell guy?
Orwell, yeah. I was thinking Oxenfree, and I'm like, no, it's not Oxenfree.
That's a different game altogether.
Yeah, but it's Orwell, exactly.
Orwell's great too.
Yep, and they've got another one coming out that I'm totally drawing a blank on again. But you play the stock market. The Invisible Hand.
Yeah, I think I'm just catching up on some of the older episodes of IGC here, and I remember you talking about that actually a couple weeks back. So.
Yep, they've got the Invisible Hand, and then they've got a VR title where you play as a blind person.
Interesting.
Yep, who gets echolocation, kind of like Daredevil, and so you have a virtual walking stick in your hand, and you can smash it up against things, and it'll... Yeah,
that game I was telling you about earlier, that Scanner Somber, that's what I thought when I started to play it, I thought maybe it was that game you've been talking about, but it's not VR. There is a VR component, but it's not. But it's
No,
sort of
it's
that
not
same
that
sort of thing. It's pitch black aside from whatever you spray with.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Unfinished Swan?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's sort of like that, except that was everything was white and you just sprayed everything with paint. So,
Is there anything coming out that you're looking forward to?
Etrian Odyssey 5 on the DS.
No idea.
It's a great little dungeon crawler, but you have to map everything. You draw your own maps on the bottom screen of the DS. So
Oh, wow.
I've been playing through the series and I just love it. I will get Mario at some point. I don't know if I'll be getting it the day it comes out, just because I already have a pile of other stuff to work through.
See, I'm getting it the day it comes out. I've already got it ordered over
Oh,
at...
that's what it is, because I've got Assassin's Creed Origins pre-ordered.
Ooh.
See,
So-
okay, so here's my plan, and maybe you've seen me write about this, or I know I've talked about it a few times. Look, Nintendo rarely makes a drop on their prices of games.
Yep.
They are stingy about that, and I'm totally fine with it. It's fine. Do what you want to do. That's whatever. That's up to you. It's your games, and your stuff's still going to be making money, and okay, fine. They also don't necessarily charge as large a price as AAA titles do on the other systems. Like, sometimes you can get it for, Rabbids was what, $50, 40?
It was about 50-ish.
Yeah, it wasn't the $60 tag is that I'm used to paying for it. That I
Well,
remember.
Odyssey, at least up here, looking at it digitally on the eShop, it's the full $70.
Well, see, that's the other thing. I bought it from Best Buy, and I get the Gamers Club discount, which drops it a
There you
little
go.
bit. So, anyway, my whole thought on this is that Nintendo rarely drops prices, so I might as well get it when it releases, because it's really not going to come down by the time that I'm going to want to play that. The other games that I'm looking at, like Shadow of War, and South Park, and Assassin's Creed,
Those will drop.
Wolfenstein 2, which I'm already getting because I already got
already
one of
bought
those.
that, though.
Yeah, I already got one of those fell off the back of the truck
Back of the van.
deals, like CD keys, offering for like $28.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it, and that was 6 months ago when I picked that up. But Mario's not going to drop. It's a Nintendo title, so go ahead and pick that up. But hold off on the other things, because Black Friday is coming up, in 2-3 weeks after the release.
We don't get... we
You
do
don't
have
get
Black Friday
that's
deals.
right? Yeah.
We do get the deals now because we've jumped on board that train up here. But they're, at least for video games, I have not seen them be as crazy as they are down there. So
Right, and this is the
yeah,
reason I'm
they're
holding
maybe
off.
like $10 off or something like that.
Because the price that you're paying right now for Assassin's Creed Origins, I'll be able to pay for the complete set, like DLC included.
Yeah.
The price of the base game right now will be the price of what it is with DLC for like half a day on Black Friday.
Yeah, I splurged for the gold digital version, the stupidly expensive one, just because it's Assassin's Creed.
I'm tempted to buy the South Park collector's edition from Best Buy because it comes with a steelbook.
Nice.
That's how horrible I am as
Your
a person.
addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much my addiction controls me.
Wow.
That bad.
Yeah.
That I would pay $70 for a game on console when I would rather have it on PC, although I think for a game like South Park it probably doesn't matter.
It probably won't.
Probably not.
Right, exactly. And so, but yeah, just to have a steelbook to go with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll
you
be
like-
waiting for that.
You like steelbooks? Have at it, man.
I love me some steelbooks. I picked up Baby Driver this week on a steelbook.
I haven't seen it
Lovely
yet.
movie.
Yeah, it is a lovely movie. And the last couple of weeks, what did I pick up? I got Baby Driver. I got Wonder Woman on steelbook. They did a release with Alex Ross's art
Ooh,
on.
nice.
It was Alex Ross's art, and it was on a set of I think 7 different steelbooks for the classic Universal monsters. So Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Invisible Man, and The Creature from the Black Lagoon. They were all steelbooks, and they all had Alex Ross art on the front of them.
It wasn't Francavilla?
Huh?
It wasn't Francisco Francavilla? Because he does a lot of the art for that.
No. This was a commission thing that Alex Ross did. Ross
okay.
did. So it's all Alex Ross's work, and I really love his work. So I grabbed those as well.
Nice.
What else did I pick up? I got the Transformers movie
I'm sorry.
because there's a
Poor
steelbook.
Not worth it.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Poor thing.
The final, by the way, the final. What am I trying to say here?
Cupcake.
No.
I'm at a loss then.
Good God.
Frontier.
No, Adam West. Adam West's final role as Batman releases on Tuesday.
Ah.
I thought it was that cartoon that they did.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, is it not already out?
No. That was the first one. They did another one where they recorded his voice before he had died, and it was Batman versus Two-Face. But it's in the same style as
the Batman,
the Return of the Cape.
66?
Yeah, the Return of the Cape Crusaders. That was done by the animation team. That comes out. That comes out on Tuesday. Best Buy is the exclusive on the Steelbook for that one. Normally it's Target, but this one it's Best Buy. So just any other Steelbook people out there you go. So yeah, Steelbook junkie.
I have to look at that classic Monsters one, but with Alex Ross.
Oh man, yeah, it's fantastic.
So is it a set or?
No, you got to buy them individually. You might can find a set online somewhere, but you can buy them individually. They're still at most stores when I go there.
Okay.
So yeah, what was the other one that I picked up? Spider-Man also comes out this Tuesday as well.
Oh.
And it's got a steelbook as well. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Nice.
I love my steelbooks. All right, well, Brock, we appreciate you calling in. And what are you gonna do? What are you looking to play this week?
Probably just Stardew Valley, and then more Stardew Valley.
How does it actually? I mean, how does it play on the?
Oh, it plays great. I mean, I played with a controller on the PC, and so the controls are pretty much the same.
How does it now? When you play it on your Switch? Are you playing it in portable form, or are you playing it on TV?
Both. I played. The nice thing is, like I'm sitting here in my back room, I just have it on the portable. So
How do you prefer? Now, when you play it on the portable, do you play it like a tablet thing, where it sits somewhere and you've got the controller wired to it, or do you play it in that handheld mode?
Yeah, no, I'm playing it with at least when I'm playing it on the actual system or like portable, I have the Joy-Cons attached, so it's basically like a big.
So it's a big handheld. How do the controls translate that way?
Oh, they're fine. It's pretty much. I mean, I have the Pro controller for when I'm playing on the TV, but I actually kind of like. I found this in Golf Story. I think maybe because it's that sort of 16-bit pixel art sort of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like to play them portable because I just think it's a little easier to read. And it feels fine to have the controller. Sometimes I'll set it up on a stand and pop off the Joy-Cons and just kind of play it that way. But it sort of depends on where I'm sitting and if I have the space to prop up the unit, so I don't have to hold it.
Yeah, I was curious how it would translate as far as
Same
in the handheld mode type of thing. Do you see where dude's making another game and setting it in the same, like setting it on the same planet as Stardew Valley?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's some sort of like Witch Academy or something like that. Yeah.
But
I haven't looked into it too much just because
it's like set on the same. Like there's no connection whatsoever, or at least that we know of yet.
Same world.
Yeah, same world. I don't want to reveal too much at this point, but I'm thinking of approaching my next game with a similar mindset to Stardew Valley. Take a style of game that was never fully realized, and carry on the tradition in my own weird way. So what does it say? Has opened up a little bit about his plans for his next game. Something mysterious that's set on the same planet as Stardew, but is not a sequel.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Witch Academy.
I mean, that I think that's a great idea because then it allows to connect things if he wants to.
Yep, you can have little nods to Stardew.
Right, yeah, and you're set within that context to be able to do it. So,
yeah.
Well, we appreciate you calling in. We appreciate hearing from you. Once every few months, we'd like to hear from you more.
Have a free moment. I'll give you guys a shout.
Well, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right, talk to you later.
Take care now.
Have a great one.
Have a good one.
If you'd like to get in, we've got one more segment to go. Give us a call, 334-272-9228. We love talking to people who are, just playing their games, doing whatever, and trying new things, especially games that we don't normally try. Stardew Valley is something that Chris has been playing on his Switch. And I totally forgot to ask him how he was playing his to see how the controls translated or whatnot. So, I don't know. I might pull the trigger. I feel like I'm going to regret it if I do.
I don't know.
Because I did have fun with it, but it didn't hook me like it hooked a lot of people. I wasn't. It was a lot like Bastion for me.
Yeah.
People were raving about Bastion, and I finally played it. And I said, "It's not bad." I don't get the gushing over the thing.
You don't have an option to try before you buy, do you?
I have it on PC.
Okay. Well.
So
So
yeah.
so you already got an idea of how,
So
how
then
you feel
why?
about it.
Yeah, exactly. Why pick it up? I don't know, man. I don't know because everybody else is doing it, and I am easily
Look.
swayed by peer pressure.
Look, I'm sorry. It sounds like the same thing with me in Final Fantasy. I gave it a shot. It didn't do it. I haven't looked back since. I tried it, gave it another shot, but I couldn't do it, so I left it alone.
What'll likely happen? I'm telling you this right now. What'll likely happen is the night before I fly to San Antonio for PAX West, I'm gonna download it.
PAX South.
PAX South, yeah. I think of Texas as the West. PAX West.
Well, technically it is.
Exactly.
You think of Wild West, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
There you
I'm
go.
thinking PAX
Yeah.
West.
That's why I just need to call it Pexas.
Texas, yeah. All right, we'll be back with more in-game chat right after this. Here is music from Little Nightmares, a game I really should play. It's called Lure of the Maw. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Any idea what this music might have been from? Any guesses?
No.
Something classic or modern?
I say classic in the sense that it's a PS1 title.
PS1.
And I want to say it was on the Dreamcast too, but I can't remember.
Alone in the Dark?
No.
Good guess though.
I wouldn't have known it either, but Clock Tower.
Oh.
Heard of it, never played it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's just simply titled Scissor Man.
Yeah, I'm trying.
He was a scissor man. Yeah,
I
he had
remember
the
cover.
big
Had
shears.
the big oversized shears. Yeah,
This was basically the chase music, I'm guessing. So
yeah, like that dude, like a lady from Akame got killed. Yeah, one of her weapons was a huge shears like that. Yeah.
yeah, Evil Within 2 will be our next track as we go out
Yeah.
of the show. So what do we have left to go over here? We talked what?
So my Raspberry Pi, right?
Yes, you wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
I put RetroPie on it
Right.
and started throwing in like some of my ROMs and
Right.
everything.
This is exactly how you should be doing it, honestly.
Yeah, and so that's why I don't think I need because I got like several hundred Super NES, I got some NES, some Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16. I even threw in a couple of PlayStation 1 games on there.
Yeah.
So like Pocket Fighter and Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
Test friendships.
Yeah. Great games. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Anyways, yeah, so that I got that, and I've been playing that a little bit. And going back through Last of Us on PS4.
Okay.
Remastered.
Yeah, the remastered. Yeah, really good. I just got to fall, so I'm in Colorado right now.
I always had the game, but just never had a desire to play it again. Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like just playing it for the story, really. I mean, the multiplayer I was never going to touch in that, but
I'm not really. That's one I haven't really thought about going back into. I've watched some Let's Plays of it, and I do like to show it off whenever it's. But the way I show it off is I send somebody to a video of it. So I'm like, here, just watch the opening. Just watch the opening, and
As far as I remember, that game doesn't have multiple endings anyway, does it?
No,
yeah, it's just one ending.
The one story.
So yeah, there's no real reason to go through that again.
Well, I mean, do you
For me,
watch
anyway.
movies more than once?
Movies don't last as long as Last of Us, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's to me, that's what I don't mind. I know what's going to happen for the most part, although it's been several years since I played it. But I'm still revisiting that story.
For me, it's a time thing. Like I understand that whole situation because I have gone back and played through like some of the Batman games, but that was like you're in a drought of nothing going on, and
I mean that way with the Batman games, you could take action differently. I guess in a way you kind of can with this too, but yeah.
There's different ways to play any type of game if you want to go back and redo it and that sort of thing. Last of Us, though, there is no. I'll do the same. This goes the same with Walking Dead. Any of these games that had any kind of profound impact on me, which Last of Us and Walking Dead both did, and by profound I mean like nearly brought me to tears, if not some did. I don't want to go back and replicate that, not because I don't want to feel that way again, but because I can never feel that way again.
As much as you did the first time.
Right. It's like watching Fight Club. I'll never be able to watch that in a sense of never knowing how it ends.
Or Usual Suspects or
Sixth Sense or any of that stuff.
of those.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never be able to watch that again without knowing how it ends. I've done multiple views of Fight Club, and it's fun to do that because once you know what happens, it's fun to see.
Picking out like, oh, hey,
it's fun to see all the little hints as you go through it.
Yeah. You're
not going to get that through a game like Last of Us because it doesn't have that kind of a twist or anything like that. It's very direct and forward, and Last of Us is very fun to talk about as like a character study.
Did you ever replay Uncharted?
No.
So you've only done just one playthrough of all the Uncharted games. You've never gone back.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I never did that. Well, I mean, they're kind of a one and done for me.
Yeah.
As far as any kind of a story is concerned, I think the only thing I went back and tried to. Well, the only thing I've gone back and replayed, replayed Batman. At least once.
Dead Space for me is another one like that. One time and you're done. Each one, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it's rare.
Although, didn't you have to go back through Dead Space 2 to get that foam gun?
Yeah, to get the
pew,
number
pew,
one
bang,
pew pew bang. Yeah, but those are the reason to go back for that. No reason to play through again.
It's rare for me to do it on video games. They are a big time investment for the most part, much more than a movie is.
Yeah.
And so, and while I guess the same rule applies, I have plenty of other movies I could watch, so why am I watching something I've already seen? I don't think it matters there. I've got plenty of games I should be playing. Why am I replaying something that I've already played?
The backlog.
I don't know. For games, it's never been that way with me. It's never been. I've never had the desire to start a brand new game. Not to say start a brand new playthrough of a game. Depending on what that game is, obviously. But I'm trying to think.
Unless it was like remade or something, like Resident Evil. I've played it before, but I never played the remake.
Remakes
Remakes
can be a little bit different because visually you're seeing something new.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Burnout, but when I think of Burnout Paradise, and people think, oh, he loves Burnout, he probably replayed that. No, I don't have to.
I think in your case, you replay a game for like leaderboard type.
I'll totally do that on leaderboards, like
for
pinball
games
games and stuff like that. I have bought it on a new system and tried to play through it. Like I had Burnout Paradise on Xbox One or Xbox 360, and then I bought it for PS3 and started going through that. But I never got as far as I did on the Xbox 360. Mm-hmm. Same with PC. I got it on PC and I tried going through it, but I never got as far as I did on Xbox 360. Mainly because there's so much to do that I don't. And I hated the time trials. I hate time trials. But that's part of getting 100% in those games is doing the time trials.
Yeah.
The burning lap is what they called it. And no, I don't like those.
I mean, a restart. I mean, how many times you got to restart on those things?
Oh,
'Cause
God, I
you
don't
hit
like those at
You
all.
hit a bump or you miss a drift just wrong or something like
man.
that. Yeah, you got to be perfect.
Yep, you really do.
Like Batman, those Riddler things with the Batmobile.
Those were the worst.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
see, and I did Batman twice.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to do that part twice. To get the extra. Once you had cleared out Riddler stuff, you're done. You don't have to do that in any of your new game
Pluses.
plus. Yeah, you never had to redo any of that.
I remember distinctly.
Oh, good, because I was thinking about new game plusing it. And so,
Go for it. You don't
Yeah.
have to do any of the Riddler stuff ever again.
Yeah, I remember not having the patience to do Riddler stuff really, because I was playing Batman for the story more than anything else.
Yeah,
That cuts down the time actually,
I bet it does.
because you don't have to backtrack and go back to Riddler's lair and do all that other stuff. You don't have to do any of that anymore. So, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't do a lot of that. I really
All
don't. I
Yeah.
really don't do a lot of that.
Especially in the case, like I said, if it's pure story based, why go through it again? Unless there's something, some benefit to it.
I want to replay Firewatch. Just, I did it one
Okay.
time. I want to redo it. That way I'm like, like you said with Fight Club, if, pick up, oh, hey, I missed this the first time, or, see how, since I know how it plays out. So I want to go back and, replay that.
It's a choice based game, though, isn't it?
A little.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking of like Until Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Choices in that game can change the thing drastically.
that's
in that one.
something-
That's something I'll play again.
Yeah, because
But that's more like a choose your own adventure.
It is,
Yeah.
which is why you can go back through and do different selections to get to different things.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So there's a game called Stories: The Path of Destinies,
Yeah.
or the Path of Stories: The Path of Destiny, or Paths of Destiny. I don't know.
Just call it stories.
Anyway, it's called Stories. It's got like 24 different endings. Yeah,
Okay.
but it is in the same vein as kind of Until Dawn, just not centric on certain actions. You play a segment of the game, and then you've got either choice A or choice B with what you're going to do, and then you go to then you go and play another segment depending on that choice, and you've got a choice A or choice B. You do that 4 times, and then you get to your ending, and then you go and play back through, and it's like, hey, you took this choice last time, why not go this way? So when you go that way, it doesn't unlock, once you go the opposite direction, it doesn't unlock the same choices at the end of that level. You've got 2 different choices that are brand new because you picked a different way to go. Okay. And so once you go through there, but it highlights the fact that, look, here's what you did last time. You can do something else different this time.
So it tells you that you made.
Yeah,
Okay.
it tells you the path that you've already been, and then
Okay.
you can, but there's so many. So it's like, I would have to play through that thing basically 24 times, maybe more, because I picked choice A the first time, and it took me to a thing that had choice C and D,
Yeah.
If I choose path B, it doesn't take me to C and D again. It takes me to E and F. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would have to pick like the first choice of each one. Then when I go back and play, I'd split it and pick B, and then pick the first choice of each one after that. And then go back and do it and pick the second choice of each one after that after I choose B. So there's a lot of playing that you would have to do
Yeah.
to get through that thing. But it's fantastic. And I will tell you, it is extremely worth the money you pay for it. You get a whole lot of time out of that game. So,
Catherine.
never played it, but
Yeah.
I think I have it because I think it was on sale I think I got it on a
Probably got it.
Gold, Games with Gold. I
Yeah,
think.
something like that. Yeah, Catherine is another one like that. You got multiple choices depending on the choices you make throughout the story
The
modes of the
ascent.
puzzle level. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you got that as well. So if you got multiple endings, yeah, you can play through it again. But if it's just that one ending and one and done, not likely to go back in there again.
Just seeing if there's anything else to talk about before we hit the end of the show. Mark Laidlaw has left BioWare. He
Stated why?
It does not state why. He just said, my time at BioWare is done. See you guys in the future type thing. Not really given much of a thing. He worked on a lot of the Dragon Age series games,
Yeah.
and he was creative director for Dragon Age and a designer on Mass Effect. And he is now no longer with BioWare. Titanfall team, what is their name of their... Respawn.
Yeah.
They're working on a VR game that was announced. Oculus Connect or Direct or whatever it was this past week. So kind of like Oculus's is not an E3, but
About to say it sounds like a con or just a meeting.
not a con, just a presentation.
Yeah, presentation
for Oculus VR stuff. Nintendo registered a mini Game Boy trademark. I don't know that they're going to do that. This is interesting. I'm totally.
See, that's why I said previously about instead of doing the N64, doing the Game Boy Classic.
I'm totally into the NES Classic. I'm totally into the SNES Classic. I would have no interest outside of just completing the set of a Game Boy Classic.
You don't want to play it?
I never owned a Game Boy.
Oh, I did.
Never in my life that I
said
the classic clunky,
never
nasty,
owned one.
green screen.
You said Game Boy. You said mini Game Boy.
That's what it said. Yeah, it says
I
mini.
don't think it needs to get any smaller.
I know. Well, it doesn't matter, just as long as you can plug an HDMI cable and then sit it in your TV.
Okay.
Oh, wait. An earlier version of this story stated that they filed trademark read Classic Mini Game Boy. That was incorrect. It's just a new Japanese trademark for the Game Boy has been filed in Japan. NintendoSwitch.com reports that a trademark was recently discovered. It's been tweeted out by a Japanese trademark bot. The trademark was filed on September 15th and included an image of a Game Boy.
The only Game Boy I had was the Game Boy Advance.
It doesn't.
That's a good one.
The clamshell, yeah.
The SP.
Yeah.
It doesn't specify the name on the trademark, but it covers a variety of home video game console programs, as well as programs for smartphones, smartphone cases, smartphone covers, as well as key holders, necklaces, and watches. Some of the trademarks could be to protect the Nintendo Classic Mini Game Boy brand, or they could simply be to protect the Game Boy brand full stop. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that we're going to see one, but even if we do, it is just not because I never experienced it.
Yeah.
Which you would think, well, this is perfect. This is why you should get one, so you can experience what a Game Boy had. I don't think so.
I think that's more, that system in specific would be more for nostalgia than first time.
Yeah.
I think I only had one game on that thing. I think it was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I played on that.
I played the Mario Land 2. I mean, I had the Final Fantasy Legends. I mean, I had a lot of Game Boy games, actually.
Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us, and I appreciate everybody who joined us in the chat room, as well as everybody who listened on the stream and even called us. We had Josh call, we had Chris call, we had Brock call. Thank you guys for calling in.
Good calls today.
Yeah. You can grab us each week on iTunes or however you get our show for later use. We really appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net. You can join us on Twitter, Facebook, our forums at colonyofgamers.com. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can subscribe to us on Twitch. If you're on Steam, like Josh is, you can join our Steam group. You can join our Xbox group. You can join our PlayStation group. We're all over the place. You guys have fun. Have a great weekend or have a great week, and then we will see you next Saturday. Leaving you with music from Evil Within 2. It's called The Artist's... It's a lot of S's. The Artist's Domain.
No, you need to say it like Cobra Commander would.
Pro level. I'm telling you,
What is
folks.
that?
You know how he always, Cobra Commander, always accentuates his S's.
Yeah, I could do Daffy. Well, whatever. Here it is. We'll see you next week.